www.amazetv.sl.live. Also catch up with us on all our social media platforms. On all our social media platforms.
Amaze TV, believing in better. See, integrity, transparency, independent accountability. Amaze TV, broadcast the service, delivery, excellence today. Amaze TV, this one up for the young and the old, the young and the old, yeah. Amaze TV, now number one right now. Amaze TV. Janet attitude, Amaze TV, believing in better, advertisement, entertainment, idea, news, views, and current affairs and sports idea. But the other will link up, oh, you know go feel bad, oh, believing in better, amazing, oh.
A beautiful Monday morning to you all. Good morning. Welcome again to another amazing episode of Focus Salon, only on Amaze TV channel 32. This program now a flagship program, and it can show up every day at exactly 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Today, me now na host Lydia K. Talker. Inside the program, I get so much gist for now again today. Today we can discuss about the just concluded motor drivers and general transport workers union election. This is something where now hot gist and a lot of people interested and citizens want to know what's happen, how the election go. As always, I'm for say thank you to Coffee Koreas again. This night fresh week, then still day with we as one of we consistent sponsor for this program, Focus Salon, where they come to now only now Amaze TV channel 32. Don't forget say yourself can be part of the program by sending in your text message to the number +232 7222 89. But for now, we'll go for a short break. When we come, we will go into the program well.
Introducing the Amaze TV app. Entertainment everywhere, anytime. Key features include unlimited live streaming, live TV, high quality streams, and on-demand content. It has a user-friendly interface, personalized recommendation, can be accessed anywhere, and more. Download the Amaze TV app from Google Play Store or App Store. Why wait? Download the Amaze TV app today for more content.
You can also visit us at our website www.amazetvsl.live. Also catch up with us on all our social media platforms. And welcome back to the program. If you just tune in, this now Focus Salon, where they come to now every day from Monday to Friday at exactly 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. now Amaze TV channel 32. And inside the program today, like I say, we can discuss about the just concluded motor drivers and general transport workers union election will be happening. So for talk about this, I get with me in the studio the PRO for Motor Drivers General Transport Workers Union. We know in work and we can give you good updates about this election and how it go about and everything else where people want to know. And this person when at the PRO for the Motor Drivers General Transport Workers Union, not no less the person but Mohammed K. Conte. Hello, good morning, and welcome to the studio.
Good morning. This is not a coincidence. Lydia K. Talker and Mohammed
K. Conte.
Very wonderful.
I see the KK. Okay,
Everything
you take notice of that stuff. You're welcome. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks so much.
All right.
Good morning, viewers.
Good morning. So we are supposed to have also the president for the motor drivers and General Transport Workers Union, who is Ibrahim Sam, but because of the heavy rain this morning, we come, unfortunately, not able to make out for Canada studio. As we all know, we are in the rainy season. This is July. It is raining heavily, so it's not here. But we have the PRO and Alpha Shona for more than no stable. I can get the full gist. Good morning again, and you're welcome to Focus Salon. So, can you give us a brief overview about the election first? Like how it went, how was it?
Okay. Well, the election came about as an order given by the Supreme Court of Sierra Leone. So we can say it's a Supreme Court ordered election. But why it happened that way? It's because we were having problems with some of our members who had failed to pay their membership dues for a considerable period of time.
Okay.
And because of that, they breached some of the fundamental or ad hoc rules of our constitution. When you fail to pay your membership due, you are not eligible to participate in any of the programs of the union. So that's took us to the high courts. From there, we extended to the Supreme Court. And finally, we got the ruling of 5 judges at the Supreme Court on the 9th day of May, which ordered that we should do everything possible to regularize members who had had problems with us in terms of payments, dues, and other things. So that was from the 9th day of May when the ruling was given to the 31st of May for that particular purpose, for regularization of membership. And we should hold our election not later than the 30th of June. So no sooner we concluded the regularization of membership, those that were having problems with their payments, they adhered to the Supreme Court ruling by paying their membership due. So we regularized them as ordered by the Supreme Court. No sooner that ended, we set up our first date, which was the 18th for the election. But one of the contenders for the position of the president, Mr. Abu Saidu Abu White, with whom we are in court for about 7 years before we finally got that Supreme Court ruling of the 9th of May, said he had some problems with preparedness and campaign, because all of the time he was having problem with the courts and trying to regularize his membership. So we should give him an extended period to campaign. So through his lawyer, he asked for postponement of the election that was first scheduled for the 18th of June to the 25th. So having gone through his request, we found out that the best appropriate time to adjust for him is the 23rd. We could not give him the 25th because the place we had booked was also occupied for that day. So the best available date was the 23rd. So we agreed to hold the election on the 23rd at the St. Anthony Parish. So after having the election, we have 25 elective positions of the National Executive Council of the Drivers Union. This 25 elective position, we have 5 regions: the South, the East, the Northeast, the Northwest, and the Western area. Each of these regions, they have three representatives each. We call them representative 1, 2, and 3. So 3 by 5 is 15. And we also have 10 other elective positions of the Central Executive Council, which is like the cabinets, because we have 2 major councils. The National Executive Council is like the parliament, and the Central Executive Council is like the cabinet, the executive arm of the union. So for the executive arm of the union, we have the election for the president, we have an election for the vice president, we have an election for the secretary general, we have an election for the deputy secretary general, an election for the treasurer, an election for the national organizer, an election for trustee 1 and trustee 2, an election for auditor 1 and auditor 2. So 10 plus 15 is 25 elective positions. So we conducted all 25 elected elections for the contested positions of the National Executive Council. We finally ended the counting with that of the president, position of the president. So among the 3 presidents, people who contested for the presidency, we have Ibrahim Sam, who got 68 votes, valid votes. We have Mr. Abdullah Ba, who also got 68 valid votes. and we have Mr. Abu Saidu who got 20, and we have 2 void votes. The number of delegates that we are supposed to take part in that election is 159. So we had a voter turnout of 158. So if you put 68 together and 20 plus 2, you will find out that nothing like overvoting took place. We have a very credible and a peaceful election, which, you know, I would say send back shock waves to those who felt people of our institution or of our focus group of, let me say, lawless people, as they would say, these people are lawless, these are this. So
yeah,
we made a surprise.
Okay, so content.
Yes.
Now, from where you start to explain, all these figures are just getting in my head anyway. So, thank you for giving a very organized update.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a very, very organized update. Now, starting off your update, you say like Kuna Bidena court and waiting lead to this particular election that because of the lawlessness of so many members then we not own up to their responsibilities then. Now it make the election come up immediately and this begets what happened. And you are saying you had a very, very peaceful transportation business. That's a very, very important. Una they play a very, very key role in the country. And this is a set of and I would say una a set of people where you guys una get una rules and regulations, but so many times when it comes to maintaining laws, like you say, it can be issue to now, especially with the people who are extended outside, the drivers, riders, and more. So how you really wanna put that under control for get such a peaceful election?
Well, you know, sometimes most of the things that we people in the ascribe to, we, you know, really the part of we. Because yes, because we are professionals. As you can see, the inscription of we driver's license, a professional driver's license. If you're an academist, they take you many years for become a professor, but for become a driver, you know, like all the component studies that we need for become professionals now you they get at once. So no sooner you become a qualified driver, you are a professional driver. That is why it is inscribed on our license, professional driver's license. So we always look for profess with professionalisms. We don't want to be professors without professing their professionalism.
I get.
So that's one of what we did on that day. You know, we been stand firm because one for make sure say the rule of the law remains supreme. And we don't want to let people then take a joke of we constitution. We now we Bible or we Quran. You know, certain times then people then feel say they can flout rules and then feel say they can do things. But we all know without rules and vows we can just do things anyhow. Yeah. The only thing we differentiate from lower animals are because we are governed by rules. And the world itself it is governed by rules. The way the sun they rise and set now rules. Everything is organized. So let me say, as an institution, if we're able for discipline we serve, then we can always prove professionalism. Look at the people that we operate with mainly. With the work of motor drivers and general transport workers union. Now one of the fundamental functions of the states now we undertake. Every state in primary function of protect life and property. Now that particular function they then designates to the Sierra Leone police through the enforcement of law and order. So we are carrier of people and carrier of properties. You want to move your goods from any parts of Sierra Leone to any other parts, it's been done by our members. You want to move from your home to your place of work or any part of the country, it is being done by our members. So we are bearing the responsibility of the states. You know, before the time when people don't get knowledge and human development, not be don't grow to the advent of metal things. Animals we are the beast of burden. Today, when we don't go into mechanized system of transportation today, we have now become the mechanical or the mechanized beast of burden of society. We bear the burden of society. So we know say we are responsible people. Yeah. We are the mover of the economy and other things. So we know for do something we for shake the hope or the faith of people when they get when not reposing we. So make sure say we finalize the issues in our courts. After we don't finalize in our courts, we can do election. We don't see competent focus groups and people that win are 100% literate members. Every member of their own society, they are all educated. We've seen the outcome of their elections. But we get over 75% people, we don't read their rights. We know people that we busy. So man just take driving like for saying just the bandwagon effect of unemployment. You can just go there and get yourself comfortable. People they not even feel Sinai professional things. But we make clear they know Sinai professional things. Because anytime we they handle people their life, you know the life of people that's something we very, very, very much serious. A single mistake of a driver is worse than a mistake of a medical doctor. And that is why we profession in the strife between the legal profession and the medical profession. When something happens on the road, like road crash, the services of the law comes in through the police onto the court, or that of the medical, you see the ambulance come to the hospital. So these two powerful professions, the medical professions, the dental association, above the state law, they get their own professional codes and ethics so they guide them. The legal profession above the state law with the beyond the state law we govern we all, they get their own professional laws that we govern us. That is the same with us. The state law we all governed by the laws of the land, but we as we own area of profession, we get we own codes and ethics, and that was why we stood firmly that we must respect the laws of the union. So if that is respected, then we can able to do our job professionally. So after we don't exploit all this, now that make we go to the election. You know, we plant here Panta Plus. That year they know we need, because each time you get scratch. So make sure say we clean the loss or the lice, everything, the dandruff, everything, we cure everything before we go to the election. By the time we go to the election side now, everything was peaceful. The only thing we go in anxiety, the excitement, the chant, this candidate and the chant this, but that's not. Besides, we get a very good election anyway. No over voting. We don't see elections then at this country of latter days. We believe say within at the pole position for the consultant of elections.
Oh my God. How was it?
Really?
You got me laughing.
Yes.
I love the way you analyze.
Yeah.
It's very, very impressive.
Very, very good.
So I think one of the things we really need to work on more now for able for engage the public, may they know say they at this standard, because a lot of people don't know that the drivers union association they at this peak, organize, get things in place, not just they about and they go just like that.
Of course.
They work with the legal world and everything they in place. There is more need for doing that area. So let's talk about, you don't mention a lot of positions they will not give. You say we work na the southern, we work na the eastern, right? And we work also
northeast, northwest, and western area.
Yes. So let's talk about how these positions, how they can work, how do they collaborate?
First of
the north, the northeast, and all.
Okay. First of all, before we go into election, the people that we didn't qualify for participate by the election are delegates, and the constitution, the type of say delegates are drawn from the districts and regional committees.
All right.
We get a complete decentralized system of operation. Even before they establish decentralization as Sierra we don't decentralize before decentralization come in. Yes, so we don't think of decentralization. We system. We get every region, you get a regional committee with the head and that regional committee, like I always say the southern region, you get 4 districts under the south, Bobon, Moyamba, Pujon. Each of them district, and they get a district executive back again. Then each of the district executive then get the sub units and within the inside, depending on how they pack them. So they find out say when information come up from the national secretariat to Sawide. And of course, Mr. been fortunate for contest an election we are going opposed as the National Deputy Secretary General, but I still doubles as the PR, because before now I was the National Education Officer and the Public Relations Officer. now me and the Deputy National Secretary General and the Public Relations Officer, because the position of Public Relations Officer now on merits in again, not an elective position.
Okay.
You can get your executive position with constitutional. But this, constitutionally say possibly contest for. But among members of the National Executive Council, then they look the post where they believe say they go able to articulate well, then they say, well, you wanna take the yeah. So that's how I became the Public Relations Officer also. So as we say, when we can at the Central Executive Council, when like the cabinet, drivers union not feel like some other system of governance. Then, for example, when you don't elect the president, automatically the vice don't become vice presidents, ministers, and no. You know, they form the cabinet. Now the delegates and they determine the cabinet. Although when you run for position, you will get a team of people that will present to you, delegates, and say, I want to work with this team. I want to let this be me vice, let this be me secretary, let me this be me. So all the three candidates then get like vice. All man get like a secretary. But I happen, the man will win the presidency, the one when I vice a loss. We been feel safe for contest as way for work with as a vice. The one we lost the presidency in the runoff, himself a loss the presidency, but the one been choose as a vice to win. So in the final say, the man right now when the president when Mr. Ibrahim Sam, the one way if you don't present to delegate let him be vice, not succeed for win. They don't get anything for do with that, because now the delegate they determine who that for be president, who that for be vice, who that for be secretary general. All these are elective positions thing. You know, they can't normally pick say you be the vice, you be secretary, you be this now. All of these positions are elective positions. You know, they pull nobody, you know, they fix nobody. The only people that will add will get a position of 4 ex-officials. That is, after the National Executive Council don't meet the 25 elective position, we they nominate and vote for 4 people. Then are we the elected people, and now they elect them 4 people, then they add up to the National Executive Council. We now ex-officials them, and that will be done this past Friday. So we don't complete the election process now, and others that they come out from above, you go to the region. If we want to talk to the southern region, we talk to the southern regional representative. From there, I go to the district chairman.
I just want to ask how communications.
National communication, the flow. Now everything a hierarchically organized.
Okay.
From the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top. We get a very good channel of communication. Now a very good network and web. In fact, they get, now the network with a break. It's so smart, and we don't organize each of them into a group. As WhatsApp group, you get the National Executive Council group. Any two one for discuss the National Executive Council. As soon as you blow a small window, then it don't circulate to everybody. We'll get the Central Executive Council group. Then we'll get the General Membership group. Tune up for the General Membership. They tune up for just Executive Council members. They tune up for just National Executive Council and Central Executive Council a day. So everything is just like that.
All right. So waiting are some of the qualifications where a driver they get for join the union?
As soon as you are a driver and you are a paid up member, the membership due now is more important. You have to pay your membership due. You forget an up-to-date membership due, because now every 5 years when they go to an election, that is why we refer to as quinquennial. Quinquennial and an election where they happen within a period of every 5 years. Now we're on a delegate conference. So if you get up-to-date payments of your membership, you don't get a default, then definitely you don't qualify for becoming a delegate. Once you are a delegate, you eligible for votes, or you're eligible for let them vote for you. But you will never go to the hall and say, I want to become a president, or I want to stand for this position. I will go the intention, say I will go into the delegate conference with the aim to become a president of the union. But will ever materialize until somebody, when they call, we are calling nominations for the position of the president. If nobody stood up and say, oh, I nominate Mohammed K. Conte for that position, and somebody second the motion, then I not qualify. Because me no way will stand up and say, yes, I want to stand for that. No. So you must be nominated, and somebody seconded that nomination before you qualify. So as long as you're not delegates, you're eligible for votes, and you're eligible for let them vote for you. But you can never be voted for until you are nominated. So without anybody nominating you, then you are not qualified for any position.
All right. So it's a must that if you're a driver, especially those in public transportation, you should be part of the union?
Yeah, it should be. It should be. Yes, it should be. Because
so what comes with you not being part of the union and you not a driver?
Well, some of them ignore.
Due to you don't want for all
yes.
Some will and say
no.
Payments and
payments
so low.
But it's supposed to be a must because one.
So are there any laws like it's supposed to be a must, but somebody refused?
Yes, because there is also another aspect of the law which says freedom of association, that somebody has the free will to be part of a body or not. So because of that, but some other professional institutions, like I mentioned, the Medical and Dental Association, you cannot be practicing medical thing. You say no, yes. So we don't try for change the laws and make sure say this coming executive will they come. We for make sure say everybody with a driver, public transport operator for be part of, because when something wrong happen on the road, they'll say look, the drivers there. You know, driver, we are like, wow, we are all one father. You elect your nationality, irrespective of your nationality, your gender, a driver is a driver. If somebody drive reckless, hey, look, that driver there. Yes, you might be of any other nationality, of gender, you know, but driver is a driver. And the language of the driver, now the most universal language. You go any part of the world, you Sabiana, you can drive here and you drive in Morovia, you drive in any part of the world. So everything but we for be unique, because that don't make we very, very much, you know, peculiar in terms of any other type of profession.
All right. Thank you so much. We still get our PR room for the drivers. General Transport Workers Union with we now the studio. We still the go on with the discussion as we still agree updates about the election and few things the way people also need for know about the drivers union. For now, we want to go for a short break, and when we come back we will continue the discussion.
Coffee Couriers Town 100% Robusta coffee, proudly made in Sierra Leone. We offer hot coffee bags, green coffee, cocoa powder size 100 gram. Our coffee beans are grown and harvested in Kono and Kenema in the east of Sierra Leone, roasted and packaged in Freetown by our friendly team. About us, we provide ready, available and affordable coffee bags to the market. We do free coffee tasting and delivery service. We do coffee consulting service. We do coffee guide and training. We do coffee tour. Our facilities: breakfast, meetings, training, and Wi-Fi. For wholesale, you can contact us on the number +232 8826 3333 or visit the nearest supermarket at 47 Wonsab Drive, Spur Road. Introducing the Amaze TV app. Entertainment everywhere, anytime. Key features include unlimited live streaming, live TV, high quality streams, and on-demand content. It has a user-friendly interface, personalized recommendation, can be accessed anywhere, and more. Download the Amaze TV app from Google Play Store or App Store. Why wait? Download the Amaze TV app today for more content. You can also visit us at our website www.amazetvsl.live. Also catch up with us on all our social media platforms.
Hello and welcome back to the program Focus Alone. They come to now only in our Amaze TV channel 32. We still there on the program. We still they talk about the election where the drivers union then be whole, and I still get the PRO now the studio where we still they talk about this. And don't forget, yourself can be part of the program by sending in your text message or your thoughts or your concern to the number +232722289. So as we continue the program content, I just get something where I want for ask, like what are the relationship between the drivers and the union? You know the reason why I make I ask this question, because a lot of drivers can go jail for sometimes they lead to crime, something we not even worth it for me them go jail for. So what are the relationship between the driver and the union? How will they provide security for them?
All right. Well, the main purpose of this union will establish for defend with membership and at the same time for promote the cause of service when it comes into public transport. But when we talk of defend, to defend somebody, it gets certain scope and limitations. For instance, I will not say because you are a driver, I will defend you at all cost. In the sense, you go sit down for a motor car, you don't get driver's license. Just because you are moving a vehicle and you don't have license, I will not even say you are a driver, I will just say you are a vehicle mover. Because a driver must have an up-to-date driver's license. Just imagine saying a life you deal with very, very much important. The life of every individual in this country, very, very important. You know, so the issues of the other crimes and the yes, now something we don't raise up on several occasions. There was a time through the legal aid board we'll be able to get about 49 drivers then free, you know, at the correctional center. We the crimes are not being what much of waiting we feel say they're supposed to do. Then even besides, you know, we say they look the law with that kind of expectation, they say they will treat you with some amount of respect.
Yeah.
You can see something for ordinary park lights, police they hold a driver, they go lock them up among hardcore criminals. You don't impound the vehicle, you don't take the person license, you take the person but you lock them back and sell again for waiting now. You know, kill person, you know, bang, maybe something as smooth tire, yes, an offense. But you don't impound the vehicle, you don't prevent waiting for them be worse after that moment day. You don't stop them. And the vehicle not going to be released until everything is properly set or fixed. Why again if you go lock the man? Why for lock the man? Lock and sell, you know, among hardcore criminals. Sometimes hardcore criminals they get freedom. By the time you take and carry and go Eastern police, by the time they turn it back, they left her. But somebody not a professional person, somebody they do a very, very diligent service to this country. We say they appeal to the law enforcers. Let them be treat drivers with amount of respect. The crime of make that driver go beyond bars, it will be something off the red line. But something will be say amendable. Then park lights there, now mechanical things. You know the notice you say the filament go cut before they reach now PZ. You can fix it now a cut. In fact, there is no proper way of checking the types of spare parts them, the lubricants that they can in this country. The Standard Bureau is doing little or nothing about that. It's not our fault. That's why they import them. We go and buy these things, then sometimes it's substandard. Then when it happens, automatically the driver is in trouble. You hold the driver, you lock her up, you know. Then we don't really frown at them things anymore. But I believe say this new administration will do a lot for law we sit down with. Because in law we have what we call some of them things that are misdemeanor. Now things that we in a minor offense. Sometimes you can even say parking motor car, go buy the park lights, can't fix her. Or not tell them for warning a diary for as the law prescribes. But you know, sometimes some people then they use sledgehammer for kill mosquito. You know, say because mosquito are parasites.
Yeah.
Mosquito don't Lydia body. I want prevent Lydia for like, you know go get malaria. Then the preventive method I want use now go take sledgehammer for can kill the mosquito. I would end up doing worse than the one I'm preventing.
Yeah.
So this is the case.
Piaro, waiting again. The drivers and the people of Sierra Leone for expect from this new executive.
Well, this new executive comes with a new inspiration, you know, and a very young man, you know, very, very, very young man, even young past me, the president, I would say, you know, not only from the outlook, you know, but in terms of in energy, in terms of aspiration, you know, it's very, very young. So, and we team up together, especially we at the nucleus, we handle the secretary position because that's the most important part of the drivers union. You know, we still get the same determination. We want to make sure say the awareness of drivers them and then perspective towards the people that when they serve a change. For instance, people with disability, then they ignore them most of the time, you know, not streets. One let drivers they know say then people then they therefore be prioritized when it comes into public transport access.
Okay.
We want for let the drivers then be educated, let them know say people are of aged. We don't carry aged. They're not able for scramble much. Therefore really prioritize it, even though the one that they scramble along with them, you want for bully them, but you the driver and the conductor will say, hey, wait for let this person here inside for us. Don't prioritize them people in there. Even though we don't get specially designed vehicle that we make them more comfortable people with disability will get on board, like the ramp and this that according to the model of the vehicles that when they come. But Lord, we give priority to them people in there because disability is not all man born with them. Today, I know they live with any form of disability per se, but I can't tell if what the future holds. Some person get them through accidents. Some person get them through other mishaps. You know, some people then get them through illness. By the time they well, you know, recover. Some man don't sick. By the time they well, they don't lose their sight. You know, Lord, we remember say yes, they're not happy for that, but then self are important people in society. It's people and they even obesity. You know, they don't also put them among disability. You get some people that because of your body, they ignore for take or break for, you know, they make you the shame. You can break public transport. Nothing they hold observe many a time. We also let drivers and feel say that exploitation what they can do for that front seat. Now a negative exploitation because how you tell somebody for pay more where they sit down at the front seat, we not the same insurance cover everybody. Then besides the one that they sit down at the front seat, they are more vulnerable when it comes into any danger. How could somebody who is more vulnerable? It's a norm.
Most of the drivers,
yes,
in Africa, they don't normalize that.
They don't normalize.
Not
special.
Once you don't, you get for pay
more money. Then when how they be in a safer. That's why statesmen don't sit at the front. That most like in challenge. I say you don't ever see any statesman that sit on the front. You know what it means by sitting at the front. You only steering when you see objects. You instead of a hit two sides, you know, they hit the other side because you want to prevent them. Now the most vulnerable part of the vehicle. How could somebody who is the most vulnerable person in the vehicle pay more than? If not any difference from the position which you never don't pay lesser because they are seated at the front and they are confronted with whatever danger that may come. So they could not pay more than others. Now just a figment of the imagination.
I hope the drivers will take note of this
and
not change this.
Of course. A day
we get so many messages that don't come in at the program, so many. But I just want to take 3 because of time, and you will respond to some of them questions they are and concerns we people get. We get one from Bokai Momowe, all the way Juwe, and they ask, they say how una can discipline drivers then waking misbehave. That's my own question. And we also get one where they come up from Mericabo, Ide Pike Street, and they say how frequent the union can respond to drivers issues them along the street. Then the last question they come up from Moses Kaloni, the Godrich, they say waiting are some of the benefits where drivers then can get from the union. Okay.
One they talk about benefits, one they call quick of response, then how will they discipline?
Discipline.
Yeah. the disciplinary parts of the drivers, especially the one working in the parts, so that we can impound a vehicle, you know. But that again can get challenges, because as you know, most of the people that win are state people, state actors, people that win are public actors, public figures. They can buy motor car and get to some people. And whenever we can confronted with them people, and the times they can even flout union laws, they can even flout police laws. Police and say can attest to that. We break a stopper, I don't behave arrogantly. You say, would I get this motor car? I'll call you to tell you, I'll let them pull uniform. Likewise, they do to we. So when it comes to the discipline, at times we can find them very much difficult. Some drivers with the drive for certain state actors. Police in the buy motor car and get people. Politicians in the buy motor car and get people. Other important figures then. Yeah. So most time we can find them difficult for disciplining people in there. But notwithstanding, we believe say the law, now the law is supreme. Everybody did under the supremacy of the law. We will try for improve on the inside and there. Now most time we can get problem with them. In terms of we respond to drivers, we can respond on public forum. We can be part of the police meeting central, when we can get in traffic meeting them. We can get meeting with the MTC, when the NTC, National Traffic Coordinator. We can also meet with the Director of Safety and Enforcement, Augustine Kaitunji, for the SLRSA. But all of these, what we see, the burden upon drivers and the pressure upon public transport is so much. Yeah. Now you can imagine one great profession when a public transport. You get the Sierra Leone police, they enforce in law. You get the Sierra Leone road safety cops, when they call and the warden, and they enforce. Yeah. Now another new one emerge back again, the SLPT, Sierra Leone Public Transport Authority. All Sierra Leone Public Transport Authority, SLRSA, all are for one ministry, Ministry of Transport and Aviation. Two different parastatals and forces against a single driver. Then the police get on 3 forces. How could that happen? Now only driving are the only side where the say job must be done.
But I need for the advocate.
It's a challenging. Yeah. Sometimes police go don't hold you for a particular crime. By the time you move a step forward, then you get again a road safety cops. So hey, police are no. We know they operate under the same mandate. That's your job you don't do. You can even get ticket for certain crime. Then police they only back for the same crime. So all anything there, they not try for harmonizer. How could that happen? All of these are pressure, because the state of the mind of the driver, if will be safe, if will be calm, yes, because they drive. But all these frustrations, all these contemplations of being harassed here, you will see them spread all over the say every day now checking, every day. Try to checking as something periodical, but not checking is everywhere. Then spread all over. So say over is an expanse of over 1, 2, 3 or 500 kilometers. You see them spread all over the way. So all of this not trouble. From one state to another. Imagine from Bombay to Waterloo, you get 13 stop points. 100 meter to 100 to 150 meter, you meet a stop points within the city. Not to take people that only travel from outside country. They imagine say they will be bringing something harmful. But this is not intercity. How intercity could be just confronted, and checked and overchecked by just 13 stop points. People they can buy them little things there, buy little groceries and go to house, go do them business. Come on Bombay, meet up the kind of Savage Square, meet up the come on Savage Square, Clientele, meet up police, come on the back Upbourne police, come on the back Ferry Junction police, come on the back again Shell, come on, just check along the way. Intercity, what's that the other work not for do? We not to foreign side and come on, and not come on across the border. Just people they run within the city. You just barricade, just all for exploitation or more and harassment. So all of these things don't stop them till any.
I can always say,
it's too much. All the people that are the hillside and will be say the unprotected thieves man in the border there. Therefore deploy police and the hillside and they have to reach community there. Community and they to what will be say thieves and the harassment just because they have to reach areas like up there Allentown there. Let them deploy that kind of interest they with the police and get that street to. Let them deploy them and then side and the hillside and they deploy them and they have to reach community. Then slum community them. Sometimes they will be say hard for them to go there in desert. Other policing jobs than they there. It's not just the road. But everybody's coming to the road.
Because
just to put burden on us. Yes, and that is why most of we members then they said they behave otherwise, because if somebody is not wise in the economic situation now, people then say if you are not wise, except you act otherwise.
I understand.
Yes, so
Thank
no
you so
good.
much. I just be one for tell you say make you give you last words to people. But with everything you said, I just want for take everything you don't say
As
you last word.
no, you're not gonna be the last word because I have so many words. Mommy stoppage.
Okay, you can
What?
find ours.
The final message.
Of course, you don't talk the last words to the police.
Yes.
We're including policymakers and the government as well.
As well.
So just to the citizens and drivers and to the union, we think it be last word.
Well, to drivers, one let know say a very responsible job, not a job where you just feel like I don't get job like just go to the driving field, like professional job. You for be mindful and people in life now in the season. Make sure you wipe out and correct. Make sure although wipers work at all time, but for be more efficient this season, you tires them for correct, you brake system for correct. Yes, because more this season because brake good at all time, but for be more efficient in the rainy season because the friction of the road and not feel like I in the dry slippery. So wiper for the good, tires them for the good, and make sure you have sound mind about drugs or all forms of narcotics. Make sure you have sound mind. If you want to enjoy after your service, you can enjoy. Nobody will stop you. Like fundamental human right. But make sure, when you are carrying the burden of the lives of people, make sure you handle with responsibility.
All right. Thank you so much. That's now the PRO for the Drivers Union. PRO concert, I'll call him like that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the
Thank
insight.
You.
Thank you for everything.
Mohammed K and Lydia K.
Well, you really want to take this to your persona.
Yes, as I see the cats.
You really want to take this to your persona, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mohammed K, for being in the studio with us today this morning.
Thank you.
We appreciate your insight and everything. Well, Pambo, this will be the end of Focus Salon Today edition. I want to say thanks to we consistent sponsor, Coffee Koreas, for they always they sponsor this program. And on behalf of the Chief Executive Officer, James V.K. Yovoni, want to say plenty thank you to now for now consistently to watch this program. I want to say thank you to the management, and I want to say thank you to the production manager, Abubakar Sidi Kamara. I want to say thank you to the man at the control room, Joseph, and Abubakar Kamara, for they make sure they put everything together for make this program come to now. Before I go, wise word for today come out from Uniman's Nabrahim Lane. We said, if us not sell you, streets not go buy you. I've always been your humble host. I'll continue to be your humble host for this week. Till then, see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Coffee Couriers Freetown. 100% Robusta coffee, proudly made in Sierra Leone. We offer hot coffee, coffee bags, green coffee, cocoa powder size, 100 gram. Our coffee beans are grown and harvested in Kono and Kenema in the east of Sierra Leone, roasted and packaged in Freetown by our friendly team. About us, we provide ready, available and affordable coffee bags to the market. We do free coffee tasting and delivery service. We do coffee consulting service. We do coffee guide and training. We do coffee tour. Our facilities: breakfast, meetings, training, and Wi-Fi. For wholesale, you can contact us on the number +232 8826 3333 or visit the nearest supermarket at 47 Wonsab Drive, Spur Road. Introducing the Amaze TV app. Entertainment everywhere, anytime. Key features include unlimited live streaming, live TV, high quality streams, and on-demand content. It has a user-friendly interface, personalized recommendation, can be accessed anywhere, and more. Download the Amaze TV app from Google Play Store or App Store. Why wait? Download the Amaze TV app today for more content. You can also visit us at our website www.amazetvsl.live. Also catch up with us on all our social media platforms.